So obviously a pretty big day for the defense, especially in that last drill. You get a couple of interceptions. It just seems the last couple of days really you guys have really kind of taken control in winning the turnover battle.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something, it's not like a one-day emphasis. It's an all-the-time emphasis. Hey, but it doesn't happen. The big thing we were emphasizing is it doesn't happen by going out of your assignment to try to make plays. If you do your job, hey, the ball will come to you, right? And then when that ball's in the air, you got to go get it or punch it out. And I think we're starting to take charge as a defense. And I'm not talking about the coaches. I'm saying the leaders on the defense of really honing in on that and holding each other accountable.
I want to ask about Jackson in particular. I mean, maybe this is just my opinion, but maybe his best week of practice since he's been here. Just seemed like he was everywhere this week. Where have you seen him really kind of grow moving to that strong safety position?
I think number one is confidence. When you move to another position, it's natural to have hesitation. I think this week he is slowly removing that hesitation because he understands what he's doing, how to do it. He's talented enough, and he's taking strides. But there's good competition within that room. I think that drives it.
Do you kind of have an idea of when you want to have some of these position battles settled by when you talk about safety, defense? I mean, really all the position battles, I should say.
Right. I mean, yeah, you want it to become clear as you're moving towards the end of fall camp. But I say that because, I hope it's a hard decision for us. I mean, that's what we kind of emphasize with our guys. It should be a hard decision to put out there because guys are playing so well. All right, that's not always the case, but I do think in a lot of positions right now the competition is going to separate in scrimmage one. It's easy evaluation. Either you got them down or you didn't.
Do you have an idea of how you want to split snaps on Saturday?
Well, Coach has that all organized for us, right? So you will see everybody scrimmage, and everybody will have an opportunity to see what they can do if they can execute and run to the ball and make plays.
What are some of your goals for the scrimmage?
Number one, I mean, goals in general. Like, we want to live the standard. Like, Coach does a great job of delivering the message that our job is to deliver our best. And that's talking about belief, energy, strain, and togetherness. I hope we see that on the field. That's number one. Then it's fundamentals and technique. Okay, a lot goes into scheme, and the minds get full at this point because they got a lot of stuff in, we got a lot of stuff in. But can we execute our fundamentals and technique? Hey, when we're tired, that's huge. And then, to your point, we want to find dependable depth.
Obviously, defense is a great practice, but a great end to practice. Mm-hmm. Jackson and Parker. What was your reaction to those plays, and what's it like to see your guys make plays?
I mean, there's nothing better than seeing guys make plays. I mean, that's, you do that, and what I like even more than them making the plays, although I'm very happy for them, is like listening to the sideline erupt. I mean, we preach brotherhood, on this team and on this defense, and I think guys had each other's backs today. If they're not on the field, we tell them their job is to provide energy for the guys on the field. So it was really fun to watch.
With the defense playing so well in camps, especially today, are these the kind of practices you want to see before a first scrimmage?
Oh, I think 100%. Now, I mean, there's been punches and counterpunches now. When you turn on the film, not all of the plays are executed the way we want them. So there's a lot of growth left. Yeah, certainly the result at the end and in the middle of practice was good, but there's a lot of growth left. So, it's fun to watch. We got a ways to go.
Is there an offensive player in particular, maybe a couple who've been kind of thorns in the defense's foot so far in camp?
Well, I think, John Mateer has the ability to extend plays. I think the quarterbacks are competing, both of them, doing a great job. I think when he extends plays, it's been an issue because you have to get your eyes from zone now into man. I think you got K-Dub is always someone you got to be aware of out there. And really, they're mixing it up. I think the biggest thing I'm noticing is the physicality of the offensive line. If you had to say, I'm not calling out one in particular, but I think they're doing a good job of firing off the ball, of anchoring down and making it difficult for us to get to the quarterback.
With Jackson moving to safety, is this last play like a signal that he's kind of making that adjustment pretty well, or what did you make of that so far?
Well, let me check out the film first, but I do think he's making that adjustment. Like we talked about before, it's all about growth, and I think the number one thing that you're seeing from him is gaining confidence, right? I mean, it's about development and confidence so you can play fast and remove hesitation.
He had to kind of box out the receiver to make that catch. Does that say anything just about like his strength or physicality or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. He's a powerful player. I mean, there's no doubt. And Jackson, like we talked about, is doing a good job. It's savvy. It's understanding that you're in the red zone and those type of things. but we have a lot of guys. I think Coach Ben Iancone did one heck of a job with these guys this summer. I mean, a lot of credit for what you're seeing on the field needs to go to our strength staff as well, because they're able to do that. You know, that breeds confidence as well. It's one thing to know what you're doing, but if you're not capable from a physical standpoint, you can't have the confidence. But we have guys that are capable, and we're catching up mentally, and I think the best is yet to come.
Now, I was curious about Parker, with his own pick as well.
Absolutely.
What have you made of his camp so far?
He's a physical player, and I don't know that there's a lot of guys that care more. He's a transfer. He's coming over. He's learning the defense, and I think it goes a lot like the other guys that, when you can get the game to slow down and he's clean with his eyes, he can make plays. There's no doubt about it. Is it a work in progress, and does he have competition? 100%. But it was great to see that play at the end of practice, and hopefully that breeds some more confidence.